The usually bustling terminals of Incheon International Airport took on an unusual air of tension today as Jin, the eldest member of BTS, was spotted traveling in the company of high-ranking HYBE executives. Witnesses described the scene as markedly different from a typical idol appearance: a strong security presence, coordinated movement, and an air of secrecy that raised more questions than answers. Jin, dressed simply yet unmistakably stylish, walked in line with several senior HYBE figures, their presence confirmed by onlookers familiar with the company's leadership. What drew immediate attention was not just Jin's calm demeanor, but the protective measures surrounding the group. Guards formed a perimeter as they moved swiftly through the terminal, leaving little opportunity for the media or fans to approach. The sighting quickly fueled speculation across entertainment circles. With Jin's solo career gaining momentum after his recent wins at prestigious music award ceremonies, many wondered if this airport appearance signals new negotiations or high-level discussions tied to his next phase as both a solo artist and a member of BTS. Given HYBE's growing involvement in global projects, ranging from fashion partnerships to international music deals, the timing of this private yet highly visible trip has triggered intense curiosity. Big Hit Music, a subsidiary of HYBE, has yet to release an official statement clarifying the purpose of the journey. However, industry insiders suggest that the tight security and presence of executives indicate matters of significant importance, possibly linked to Jin's ongoing solo promotions, his ambassador roles with global luxury brands, or strategic planning ahead of BTS's full group comeback in 2026. What makes this development even more compelling is the contrast between Jin's typically warm public appearances and the almost corporate, closed-off atmosphere of this outing. For fans, seeing him alongside HYBE's top management underscores his growing role not only as a performer, but as a key figure in the company's global strategy. As speculation mounts, one thing is certain: Jin's every move continues to draw international attention. Whether this trip represents a new solo project, a fashion-related engagement abroad, or confidential planning sessions for BTS's return, the secrecy surrounding today's airport appearance ensures that the world will be watching closely for what comes next. The sight of Jin walking through the airport alongside HYBE executives has ignited a storm of speculation, not only among fans, but also within industry circles. This was not a casual appearance. Everything about the moment, from the reinforced security detail to the coordinated movement of the group, suggested a matter of strategic significance. One possibility is that Jin may be traveling for a closed-door negotiation linked to his expanding portfolio of global endorsements. As Gucci's global ambassador and the newly appointed face of Lucido in Japan, Jin's image has become a lucrative asset for luxury and lifestyle brands. Executives accompanying him could indicate contract finalizations with international partners, potentially in Milan, Paris, or New York, cities where fashion and music converge on the world stage. Another scenario being discussed by insiders is that Jin's trip could be tied to music. Since his solo projects HYBE and Echo solidified his credibility as an artist outside of BTS, whispers of a full-length solo album have been growing louder. The involvement of HYBE executives might signal collaboration with Western producers or distribution partners, which would mark a major milestone for Jin's career and potentially position him as a crossover act in the US market. There's also the BTS factor. With the group scheduled to reunite fully in 2026, HYBE has been carefully mapping the return of each member. Jin, as the eldest and the first to complete military service, is viewed by many as the anchor of this comeback. His presence with senior management at the airport may indicate top-level planning sessions, potentially with overseas partners, to lay the groundwork for what is expected to be one of the most historic comebacks in modern music history. The secrecy only adds to the intrigue. Big Hit silence leaves room for speculation, but fans know this: HYBE rarely mobilizes top brass unless the agenda is monumental. For Jin, who has balanced his role as worldwide handsome with that of a serious artist and cultural ambassador, this trip could mark a new chapter in how he is positioned not just as a performer, but as a global icon with influence that stretches far beyond K-pop. Observers have also noted how unusual it was that no media or fan reception had been arranged at the airport. Typically, Jin's presence anywhere in public sparks chaos. That this moment was deliberately kept low profile, despite involving figures of such high rank, suggests a calculated effort to minimize leaks before an official announcement is made. For ARMY, this quiet approach is both frustrating and thrilling. Reminder that sometimes the most ordinary scenes conceal the most extraordinary developments. As the jet carrying Jin and HYBE's leadership left Incheon, speculation intensified online. Was this the beginning of a bold new fashion collaboration? A hush-hush recording session abroad? Or a groundbreaking BTS reunion planned already in motion? Whatever the truth may be, one fact stands clear. Jin's partnership with HYBE is no longer limited to performance. His presence beside the company's top executives confirms his place as a central figure in shaping the agency's global ambitions. For years, Jin has been admired as the heart of BTS, the worldwide handsome who brought humor, humility, and undeniable talent to the group. But today, his quiet walk through the airport beside HYBE's executives revealed something deeper. Jin is no longer just a star performing for the world. He has become a pillar in HYBE's long-term vision. Industry observers argue that HYBE now views Jin as one of its most valuable assets, a strategic jewel whose influence can bridge markets, industries, and audiences. His endorsements extend from Seoul to Tokyo, Paris to New York. His music has proven capable of breaking into charts dominated by Western acts. His military service, once seen as a career interruption, has transformed into a badge of resilience that only adds to his global credibility. This is why the secrecy of the airport moment carries such weight. When HYBE executives walk alongside Jin, they are not simply accompanying an artist. They are protecting a future, one that could shape both Jin's solo legacy and BTS's collective return. Every detail, from the security perimeter to the absence of fanfare, reflects careful calculation. They are guarding more than just an itinerary, they are safeguarding history in the making. Fans, of course, remain restless. The mystery fuels speculation, but it also reminds ARMY of the delicate balance between Jin the global icon and Kim Seokjin the person. The bag in his hand, the quiet steps through the terminal, the silent expressions of the executives, all of it combined to paint a picture of a man who carries immense weight on his shoulders, but does so with grace. As HYBE prepares for its next global leap, it is becoming clearer that Jin is not just part of the plan, he is the plan. His ability to captivate across continents ensures that whatever project lies ahead, from fashion collaborations to a historic comeback, will not only succeed but redefine the standards of global stardom. And so the question lingers. Was this airport sighting the calm before another cultural storm? If history has taught us anything, it is that Jin does not walk quietly, without purpose. Behind every step lies a strategy, and behind every silence lies a story waiting to be told. For now, the world watches, waits, and wonders. Because when Jin moves, even under the tightest security, he does not just travel. He shifts the global spotlight. This airport moment will not be remembered as just another celebrity sighting. It will be remembered as the day when Jin's role within HYBE was revealed not through press releases or grand announcements, but through silence, strategy, and symbolism. The presence of the company's executives at his side made clear that Jin's journey is not a personal detour. It is a mission with consequences that could ripple across the global entertainment industry and the fast-paced world of K-pop, where every move is dissected. Jin's quiet departure carries more weight than 1,000 headlines. He has become the bridge between BTS's glorious past and its ambitious future, the artist who represents not only music but a brand, a vision, and a nation's cultural influence. His next step could be a private meeting with fashion houses in Milan, a closed-door session with US producers, or a strategic summit that will define BTS's comeback. But whatever the destination, the stakes are undeniable. Fans around the world continue to flood online forums with theories, each one reflecting the anticipation that only Jin can inspire. Some argue this is tied to BTS's highly anticipated 2026 reunion. Others insist it signals a groundbreaking solo project. Regardless of which is true, the effect is the same. The world is once again focused on Jin, even in his most private moments, and perhaps that is the essence of his stardom. Jin does not need cameras, red carpets, or screaming crowds to dominate headlines. He does so by simply existing, by walking quietly through an airport flanked by HYBE executives, with nothing but a bag in hand and the weight of global expectation on his shoulders. In the end, the secrecy is not a shield, it is a signal. Something is coming.